I'm Dr. Karen McDowell, and I'm here today to talk to you about self-silencing. Not necessarily the kind of self-silencing outwardly, that the ways that we don't speak our truth to people around us or the ways that we kind of hold back how we really feel. But today I want to talk about inner self-silencing, the ways that we may be hiding ourselves from ourselves. Now, knowing yourself can be a really hard process and it takes a lot of time. And so this video is designed to be just a tiny little bite, a tiny little exercise you can do as you move towards growth, as you improve your own insight. I'm a licensed psychologist in the state of Texas, and I do therapy. I'm a speaker, I'm an educator, and I do psychological testing and assessment. I'm talking about this topic because I think the more that you understand yourself and the more that you know yourself, the more control you have over your life and the better and more happy your life ends up being. Anxiety causes a lot of self-silencing, both the inner and the outer kind, because anxiety at heart is afraid and it's worried and it's scared. And so anxiety tells us that we need to quiet ourselves, that we need to hide away parts of ourselves that might be dangerous or risky. And that's a reasonable thing. If you've built walls against yourself and walls against other people, you've built those as coping strategies. You've built those as a way to protect yourself from those things that might be anxiety provoking. But if you've built all these walls higher and higher and higher and you can't see over them anymore, you have all of this stuff behind them that you've been putting behind these walls, you're gonna have to do the work of breaking that down and cleaning out whatever it is that you haven't been facing about yourself. So ask yourself, what is it that you're not letting yourself understand about yourself? You know, you've been handed a lot of descriptors and labels. You've been, people have been sticking labels to you. Maybe you're quiet or you're too talkative or you're not a good listener or you're irresponsible or whatever these things that people have handed you. Are those things real? Are those things true? How have your values changed over time? You know, the things that you founded your identity on and the things that you found really important and valuable earlier in life may have shifted and may have changed. But if your walls are so high that you're not in touch with yourself, you may be finding that there's some dissonance or there's some kind of like a clash between what you think you are and what you really are. Change begins with insight, so being honest with yourself and knowing yourself truly is a really important part of your growth. It's also really important that you look at yourself with non-judgment, that you hold yourself kindly. Later this week, I've got a video about radical acceptance coming out that can help if that's something that you have trouble with. But looking at yourself honestly, facing those things gently but truly is really going to help you move along in your growth path. So quick recap. Anxiety makes you hide from yourself and from others because it's scary and it's uncomfortable and it's fearful. You may have built up walls to protect yourself from yourself and to protect yourself from others, but those walls are not helping you now. So you have to ask yourself, what are you not letting yourself understand about yourself? You have to look at yourself truly to truly understand yourself and make change. And of course, you have to hold yourself with non-judgment, with gentleness, with kindness as you're doing this work so that you're not shaming or guilting yourself around these things. Okay, it's time for Benny's Bonus Bites. This is where I give you a challenge and you do it. And if you comment that you did the challenge, Benny gets a treat. Benny, come here. Come here, buddy. Here's Benny. All right, good boy, Benny. Now, Benny wants more treats, so I'm gonna give you an assignment. When you go on Facebook or here on YouTube, comment that you did it. I'm gonna give Benny a treat on my story and tell him it's from you. So don't make this poor little puppy sad, okay? Do your homework. And here's your homework. I want you to look inside yourself and find a spot or a space where you think maybe you aren't exactly who you thought you were. Finding a spot where you find some of that dissonance or you think a thing that you've always thought about yourself might not actually be true. Find that spot of dissonance and tell someone about it. You can tell your friend, you can tell your family member, you can tell your plant, I don't care. Say it out loud, say what that spot of dissonance is. That's it, that's your whole assignment. So if you do that and comment, I did it, we're gonna give Benny a treat from you. So that's it for today. If you found some value in this content, if you would please be so kind as to like, share, subscribe, anything that you can do to help support makes such a difference. I love making these videos and providing this information free for anybody that needs it, and your support with likes and shares makes a huge difference. So I'll see you next time on the next video. Don't forget to do your homework so Benny can get more treats.